Hello.
Oh, hey, gang.
Oh, hey everybody. Welcome to Nice Drawings, Liam and Sean's Nice Drawings. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Liam, that's Sean.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to my stream. I have the honor of having Liam as my guest this evening.
Hey, cuz, Sean is V loud. I can fix that straight away.
Turn me down, for goodness sake.
How's that? Is that better?
Am I good now?
Tell me.
Just put me in an appropriate level.
So much better than Sean and Liam's mean sketches. Yeah, that was a failed mistake.
Yeah, we were pretty mean.
Is that better? Are we drawing boxes or briefs? Well, you'll have to wait. Thank you so much, by the way, to Foregathers and Lauren Diane, who both followed before we even started. Music down? Oh, bloody hell. What is this? What do you think this is? Wait. How about I turn my microphone up? And I turn him up, but I turn that down. How's that?
Oh la la la.
You tell me, guys. Oh, voice. Yeah, nice. Nice?
Hello. Hey, Camtraband. Yeah, we're good?
Camtraband is my real life cousin. That's real nice. Banana pants. Hey, Senny. Hey, DB. Hey, DM Benjamin. Hello, 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 and welcome to the first official Nice Drawings. Liam and Sean's Nice Drawings. We did this once before on a different channel, but no one watched. So
Yeah, I think we had like 7 followers.
At the time.
And only one was online, so...
Yeah. So today, we've already got 8 of you here, so that's a good start. You feeling Cabana tropical holiday vibes? Well, we're a pretty chill stream here. We try not to be too, what's the word? Hectic?
I get pretty hectic though.
Oh, that's true. The way you draw, man. The way you draw. Hey, before we start, Sean, do you want to tell people who don't know who you are where they can find your stuff? Because you're my guest, technically.
Thank you. Wow, I'm honored. Hey, I'm Seanyboy. You can find my stuff at Seanyboydraws on the Instagram or the Twitter or the Facebook. That's
shout out. Sorry, you go. Yep.
SEA, and my name's up there. They can see already.
SEAN. Yep.
Right.
Let's get a shout out to Seanyboydraws. I might actually do it because we're gonna make him start streaming. There we go.
Yeah, this will be the test.
There we go. That's it.
See
That's
if
it right
this
there.
stream thing catches
Everyone
on.
go follow Shawnee, and then that way he'll be forced to stream. Correct. So this is the way this is going to work tonight. Oh, go for it, Cinny. Go for it. Write a whole custom command. Liam came prepared. For what? Do we have a Sean? We do not. We don't have a exclamation mark Sean. Add it.
Some great content, guys.
It is some great content. Thank you. I was very close to starting to stream my own tonight, but since Best Chat is here, I'll put it off again. All right. Well, if you start it, Cam, maybe we'll end up there. So the way this is going to work, Sean, tonight Liam is streaming with Seanyboydraws. Nice. There you go. You've got your very own command, Sean.
Oh, wow. So what do I have to do to make this command happen?
Go exclamation mark Sean.
Hang on, I need to try it.
Boom. Baz of the Battery. That's Bazza.
Thanks, Baz.
He's our little helper for anyone who's not been here before. So tonight, the way it's going to work is it's going to be 3 rounds of challenges between myself and Sean. The first round is we're going to challenge each other to draw from memory classic cartoon characters from our childhood. From our childhood? Doesn't have to be from our childhood, but cartoon characters.
I'm just anywhere in the world. but we probably experienced them in our childhood.
We'll go back and forth on that. We'll do 2 of those each. And then the second round, one of us describes a person, a real life famous person to the other. The other person has to draw it based on the questions that they ask that person and then guess who it is. And then the very last round is a head-to-head where you guys challenge us both to draw something. And we go head-to-head. So rounds 1, 2, and 3. Cool. Brilliant.
Thanks, Ben.
What we're going to do... Dangerbeard, you'll get it. Round 1 is cartoon characters. Round 2 is famous people. Round 3, you guys decide. Well, now you know. I've just said it again. The disrespect from Best Chat. A bit of guess who, but police description. Exactly. Sean with the power glove on. Yep, absolutely. Jolie Mac. Hello. Welcome on in.
Holy Mac.
DB, I will never repeat myself.
I have the power.
Again. Let's head over to the drawing screen, shall we?
Let's go there right now.
Here we are in the drawing screen.
That was great.
On this screen,
I'm on this stream and I was thrilled.
Sean and I can draw at the same time. Look at this.
What?
Crazy. So the one below us is our screen. Yep. Sweet. The first time we ever tried this, it struggled. But then I got a new computer and it works. The Stinger is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. There's the power glove. The technology. Hello, original NPC. Welcome on in. Mealy Bug is one of our favorite people. Scarlet Six Gun. What? Senny.
Oh, yeah.
Senny with the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much, Sensen. 1 to Obig Stretch, 1 to Jolly Mac, 1 to Lauren Diane, 1 to Cross Buns, 1 to Aptimus. Senny, you're such a lovely human being. You are one of my favorite people in the world. And that's saying a lot, because there's not many people I like. Don't even like Sean.
I have to beg him to come on the stream.
How lovely. Super lovely. This is just a small example of the Best Chat. This is great. DB, what was that guy's name from Hey Hey Saturday you were saying the other day? The guy who speaks, who like when he says something, the voiceover dude? And he always says... No. John Blackman. We got John Blackman, and then now we have Sean, who can do the drawings. And then we got the whole Hey Hey Saturday.
Just need Plucker, and we're there.
We just need Pluck a duck. We do have a duck.
Hey.
we are dangerously close. Dangerously close to Hey Hey Saturday. For those of you who don't know who the duck is, that's Kevin. Also, we have a new channel point redeem. It's a pretty cheap one. I don't know if anyone's seen it yet. I don't want those dice, thank you. You can take those away. Please.
None for me, thank you.
Those dice. I don't want those dice either.
That's okay, those ones. Yeah, get them out of here. That's fine. Thank you. So slow.
It's so slow. I think it needs to be slow out. I don't want an egg either. And then really quick to go. No, I don't.
Oh.
Shout out to G-Funk who taught me how to do that. Oh, look, it's Bri. Hey, Bri.
Bri. See, Bri.
I don't want a toilet either. That's a very small toilet. That's...
Wait.
Would you like an egg in these trying times? Hee toilet. If anyone has any ideas for objects that they want to have on that hand, pop them in the Discord somewhere, and we'll and we'll make it. Go. Oh, a tire?
Why not?
I tire of this joke.
Okay,
Shall we
yeah,
move
you
on?
were 2 seconds before me.
All right. Oh, hey, Kicker. Thank you so much for the lurk. Did you draw a melee? I think melee. There you go. There's a Discord if anyone wants to jump in the Discord. Pop back in the chat in a little bit, but can I please get a hooray for me doing a big scary thing today? Hooray, Mealy! Big hoorays in chat for Mealy for doing a big scary thing today. I don't know what that was. Mealy is Mealy good. XOXOXO and will never be banned. Correct. Correct. Alright. So, Sean.
Hey.
Should we get into round one?
Whoa. Round one.
So draw something, you buckets. Really sent Senny a lockdown care package. Senny cried and was happy and needed it. Aw. I love the friendship that has grown between Mealy and Senny since I've known them. It is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful things.
It's
Worst buckets indeed. Sean, shall we rock off to see who gets to draw first?
Alright, let's do it. But I have the glove, so I have an advantage.
True. It's whatever you do is going to beat me. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then you go.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Alright,
Yep.
ready?
1,
1,
2,
2, 3,
shoot.
shoot.
1,
1, 2,
2, 3,
3,
shoot.
1,
2, 3, shoot. Yeah, I know. We both had to do that. Like, how did we not do that straight away?
Yeah, alright.
How about instead, Senny, think of a number between 1 and 10. You got it? No, I meant think of it. Don't tell us.
3.
3. Think of it, and then.
It's going so well already.
All right, Sean, you're the guest. You can draw first.
Alright.
Oh no, Senny's got a new number. So whoever gets closest. Whoever gets closest. All right. What if I set a poll for the number I'm thinking of and only give 2 options? How about we set a poll, DB, and you guys decide, and set it for like 30 seconds, and you guys decide who gets to draw first. There you go. We'll leave it up to the
Easy.
to the watchers.
Alright.
In the meantime, I don't know if you can hear this music or not, Sean. You can't, can you?
I can't, no. That's alright. You know what? I'm putting some tunes right now in the meantime.
Shakes head in rock, paper, scissors failure. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. Look, who draws first? You've got like a minute, I think. Excuse me. No, you don't guess what's being drawn. The very first one is it's a contest between myself and Sean to see who can be the most accurate.
Yeah.
Thanks, DB, for that. Thank you, mods. Who can be the most accurate at drawing it based on memory?
Yeah.
So we challenge each other.
Yeah.
The
We
third
don't get to
round.
look up reference.
Yeah, we don't like to look at a reference. The third round is you guys will give us stuff, and the second round is guess who police sketch. Liam, Sean, Deja Beard.
Totally what it is.
DB. DB. All right, fantastic. So it looks like Deja Beard is drawing first.
Right.
And Sean and I tied.
Well, we both need to draw at the same time.
DB, you get to decide then. This is the worst possible timeline. DB, you decide. Sean or Liam draws. Sean goes first. All right. Fantastic.
Let's do it.
All right, Sean. This is longer than a game of Risk. All right, Sean, your first character. I'm going to put 10 minutes on the clock. I'll press enter as soon as I tell you who it is. All right.
All right.
Where's my phone gone? Because it tells me the name of the character. Give me 2 seconds here. Your character, Seanyboydraws. Your first character is Courage the Cowardly Dog. 10 minutes on the clock.
Jeez, yeah, you picked a hell of a one to start because my only experience of watching Courage the Cowardly Dog was from like the corner of my eye in my cousin's house while I was doing something else. Like I've never seen a full episode. I've definitely seen him.
Yeah.
So
well, let's talk through it then.
So this is going to be hilarious.
So he's definitely a dog, and I don't think he's very courageous.
No, and look, let's start with the good old top of the head.
That's a great start.
How am I doing?
You love this character.
Now,
I should look up what the character looks like. Hey.
Yeah, you should. You gotta help me through.
I'll get that ready.
I'll
get that ready.
This is. Oh, I'm so sorry in advance, everyone. This is going to be the worst rendition of Courage that you've ever seen.
Look, you're not far off already. He does have a nose.
He's got like the floppy ears, right?
He does have floppy ears, correct.
I remember he's like...
No, well, not that floppy.
Not that floppy. Alright. Like... Looks more like Brian from Family Guy.
He does.
He's
Ooh.
like nervous all the time, right?
Yeah, that's a good start.
Like...
I'm gonna write over here what you're drawing. That's a good idea.
He's like always worried. He's got like, I think like the black bits in his ears. I remember. Oh.
Is that how you spell courage and cowardly? Yes.
Yeah. He's always like. He's always cowering.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something here.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some... Because there's 7 minutes still. You got plenty of time to do this.
Yeah.
His nose needs to be bigger. You need to see less of his teeth. And his arms need to be much smaller.
Alright, so... Big old head is what we're talking about.
Big... He's not a huge head. In comparison to his body, it's probably the same size as his head. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
It's a pretty big head.
You said nose bigger.
Big nose. It's like a triangle nose.
Ah, triangle nose.
The actual nose part, but you do see is like those flappy bits of a dog.
Oh, like the jowls?
Yeah.
Like...
Yes, but they're closer to the nose.
Really? Okay, so like...
Floops. Cam Traban calls them floops, and he would know. He has a Great Dane.
Yeah, so I have a Whippet. He doesn't have any floops at all. He definitely has a nose
so
like
you've
this,
done
though.
the pointy nose, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I say pointy nose, triangle nose, the nose is triangle, the shape of the face is not. The shape of the face is more rounded.
You know what? I'm committing to this. I'm gonna go for the hands now.
Enjoy your life, kicker.
How's that looking in terms of...
Oh, Rosto, thank you so much for the subscription. Tier 1 subscription, thank you so much.
Dog.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That's good. I mean, it's better, yeah.
I'm gonna just like...
I mean, this does look like a cowardly dog. This is correct.
Yeah, right. It's so like, you know when you sort of know what something looks like in your head, it's hard enough to draw it. let alone when you haven't seen it in probably like 10 years. I feel like he's like spotty in place. No, I feel like he's like naked down the bottom though.
He's naked as the day he was born.
All right. Well, look, that's.
This is fine.
Does he have like a tummy spot? No, that doesn't feel right.
He does have a back spot.
Oh, okay, he does have a back spot. All right, he's getting one right there.
Okay, I'm gonna help you a little bit.
Yeah.
The jowls are closer
Yeah.
to the tip of his nose.
Jowls are closer to the tip of his nose.
We don't usually see his teeth at all. So it's more of like a mouth, like a nervous smile. It's a big nervous smile. And the jowls are like right near the tip of his nose. To the point where like the nose is... Yeah. And yeah.
I'm blanking on where the mouth is going to go.
It's a wide mouth. It's a wide mouth. So it would go almost to the back of his head.
So where do the jowls sit in? So that's like...
So the
mouth-wise,
nose...
I feel like it's better.
The nose is like upside down to the triangle it needs to be.
Ah. So it's more like...
No, like the actual nose itself is triangle, but the shape of the face is not. So draw like that
that's
classic triangle nose, dog nose.
Is it like...
You can't help, Katie.
Can't even like picture
Look here. I'm gonna just quickly draw something on the
the
screen.
mechanics of this nose.
All right.
All right. So that's like, okay. So there's like a nose more front on.
And then if I'm talking
the
jowls,
secret.
I'm thinking that.
Ah, okay. I got you now. Yeah. That's really helpful, actually.
That's all you get.
All right. Yeah, you know what? That's a rule we can make, is that we get one visual drawing assist.
That's
from the other
That's
person.
good. We're making this up as we go. This is looking
Oh my
so
God,
much
that's
like
heaps
him now.
better.
This is
Look.
heaps better.
That has instantly.
Right, you have
improved
3
it.
minutes. So I don't know if you want to add some color.
Yeah, I want to like. The other thing I remember is, was his owner like an old man?
Yeah, an
that
old
is-
couple. Yeah.
Is like really memed,
Hey Zeddy, welcome on in.
and there was some like terrifying stuff from this show.
It was.
For an example,
It makes
So,
sense why he was so fucking scared.
Yeah. So what's he scared of? He's scared of a ghoul.
Yep. You got 2.5 minutes.
Right. I'm gonna draw a nice ghoul here for him to be scared of.
Okay. Just so you know, you're drawing Courage the Cowardly Dog, not a ghoul.
Well, he needs to be cowardly about something.
Well,
He's cowardly
they always
about this
thought
ghoul.
he was cowardly about nothing.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I have no context for this show.
That's a good ghoul though. All right, I think
you.
you should absolutely put some color in the last minute and a half.
All right. So from memory, he is. Is he black and white?
No, because you've
He's
done
old.
that already. And I
was gonna
said
say
to add color.
This is why I was so confident about drawing a ghoul, because I thought he was just black and white.
You got a minute and a half.
Oh, jeez. All right. What color? Oh, maybe he's like a pink color, right?
Ooh, interesting.
Like.
Oh, that classic. Gotta fill those gaps, kids.
He's like. He's not all pink though, is he?
It's up to you.
Like a skin color?
Does he have whiskers?
Well, now I think that he does. From that hint.
I'm impressed by this. This
Oh,
looks
dude.
like if you got courage from Aldi.
Yeah, this looks like $2 shop courage.
Yeah. This is from courage from wish.com.
Yeah.
Aldi.
Does he have one of those like black dog eyes? No, I don't think he does.
Maybe
Let's
some
try
like
it out.
tired eyes.
Oh no, he's so scared all the time. He's so tired.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, you got 8 seconds. Do you want to add anything? No, it's too
Shiver
late.
lines.
It's too late. Oh, that's good though. All right. Look, the song ended the exact right time. That was we couldn't
Wow.
have planned that. Everybody. Look, let's quickly talk about courage.
Courageous the timid puppy.
Courageous the timid puppy.
All right. Can you drop a image of courage so that we can?
I'm
now
gonna drop an
compare it?
image of courage right in the middle of this screen. Here he is.
Yeah, wow, he is all nose, isn't he?
He's all nose.
Yeah,
Look, I think you
listen.
did bloody well. Courageously, some would say.
I'm happier than I thought I would be with it.
Good, like, honestly, you got the essence of courage.
Yeah, and that's all I was going for was the essence.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I can be
ultimately,
happy with that.
yeah. Look, the ears aren't perfect, but, I mean, the face is basically there. The body's basically there. You did well.
I didn't get the little like Rocco hands.
Correct.
But that's
correct.
all right.
Is there a mod ready? Can we please get a simple yes or no? Actually, yeah. Can you, Senny? Can you do a poll of 1 to 10, and then everyone can vote out of 10 what
Right,
Sean
love that.
what Sean gets,
Yeah. Be ruthless.
please. I'm sorry to make you work so hard. Can you please make a poll, Senny, that's from 1, it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And then everyone can vote. They get a minute to vote on what Sean gets out of 10. 1 being the absolute worst, and 10 being absolutely perfect drawing of courage. Please. I'm sorry to make you work so much. This is the first time I've ever really asked you guys to be on the ball. I should have warned you beforehand.
There's heaps of audience interaction for this stream.
There is a lot. Thank you very much, Cam. I really appreciate it. Here we go. What do you rate Sean's courage, the cowardly dog? Everyone, please vote. You can only do out of 5. Okay, that's fine.
I'll also take that.
Yeah. I'm also going to vote. Sean, you cannot vote.
Oh.
And we'll find the average.
Love that.
Oh, some good votes. There's lots of votes coming through. Now, this is really setting the bar for the voting system as well. Based entirely
right.
on... It's all based entirely on this one drawing.
Oh, the 4s are leading the way. Very generous. You haven't seen what we're gonna be pulling out.
Yeah. You're going to wish you hadn't. All right.
I'll take it.
So, I think that's probably an average of... Well done. Great job, Sean.
Thank you so much.
Let me just get
For
this
this
courage
4.
here. .777778 out of 5. We should
Wow.
probably keep a tally of that as well. I
Yeah.
didn't think about this.
Let's do that. Look, I'll keep a tally.
All right.
I cannot display it on the screen.
3.8 is an excellent score. Absolutely.
All right.
Oh, Sandy's got a spreadsheet open. She's all over it.
Oh, why do we even need to do anything? Sandy should be running the stream.
She basically does, let's be honest. All right.
All right.
Sean,
Lee,
we're still on round 1.
We're still on round 1. Now, are we doing one character each for this round 1? You reckon?
No, we're going to do 2 characters, I think.
2 characters. All right, cool.
Yeah.
In that case, your character is going to be Kodos from The Simpsons.
Who?
Kodos. So you might know Kang and
Yeah.
Kodos.
Uh-huh.
I want specifically Kodos.
Okay. I don't know there's a big difference between the two of them.
Well, that's your
All right.
big
Well,
talk.
I'm
Very
going
confident.
to do Don't look at me. I voted for Kodos. Is that All right, here's what I remember. Without thinking. Okay. I mean, that's going to be
I'm gonna get some reference up. Yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. Good start. Got that space protection.
definitely how many tentacles they have. I could not tell you.
Yeah, that is very specific, actually.
Also, wow, I've never really thought about what they look like on the inside. Yes, Sean, can you please write what I'm drawing on your iPad?
Yes, that's a great idea.
And when we say your iPad, we mean your computer.
You mean my
High
Helium
level.
Canvas Pro 20?
Cool. I'm going to base the face on how faces look in The Simpsons, but the nose is not going to be right. I don't think there is a nose, to be completely honest. But I feel like... I want to say they've got ears for some reason.
A good start. My Sean pad, exactly.
What does their head look like? Is it just a...
Yeah, that's. I will say there is one glaring feature at the moment that is pretty incorrect. That is basically their main feature.
their main feature?
Yeah. If you looked at them, you would say like, "Oh, look at that." Yeah. Okay, you're getting closer.
Is it 4 eyes?
I'm gonna be way more ruthless.
Is it 4 eyes?
Cool. Yep. Look, I'm enjoying this interpreration.
No, it's the other way around.
I sort of don't want.
It's
to give
one
you any hints,
big
but,
eye.
Yeah, you got it. I wanted to see the 4 eyes. Yeah, this is looking a lot closer. More eyes. This looks, at the moment, like if Barney was an alien. He just looks like he's doing the...
I feel like they've got like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's right. He does get one visual clue, Cinny. Although, it looks like he doesn't really need it at this point.
I've got a question. Do...
May ask.
Does Kodos have do they have ears?
They do have ears.
They
and you
do.
know what? If I had been drawing this from memory, I would have completely neglected the ears. I'm really surprised that you remembered that.
I want to give him a nose, but that feels wrong to me. I mean, this honestly to me seems pretty good so far.
Yeah. Look, you're halfway through, so if you wanted to start adding color,
I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw it. I'm halfway through, so I'm going to start drawing it properly.
oh, that was your sketch layer.
That was my sketch layer. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, nice thick.
Yeah, too thick. 4.5 minutes. Okay.
Oh, you're doing well. I might need to make your next person a bit harder.
Yeah, because I got you with courage pretty early.
That was a good one. What do you think is your favorite Kodos moment?
When how to cook humans, and then he blows the dust off. It's how to cook 4 humans.
And then he says, wait, there's yet more space dust on here. And
Yeah.
it's how to cook 40 humans.
Yeah.
No, then he blows it again and it's
It's
how
how
to
to
cook
cook
440
humans.
It's like a 4-level joke.
It's amazing.
That's their first appearance.
That's
When
in
there
a
was actually
tree house of
3
horror, yeah?
Yeah, that's when there was 3 aliens and the third one was voiced by James Earl Jones.
Is that right?
Yeah, he voiced a character in every little vignette that was in that episode. There was also the one that had the Raven.
Oh, that's a very early one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to quickly get some color in this. We've got 2.5 minutes. I know that's not right, but
No, you're doing very well.
don't think that's a bright enough color.
Yeah, the green is a little brighter. Yeah, that's looking nice.
What? How did that happen there? And I'm going to call this...
Yeah, the chef alien is the best one. Look, Camtraband, I would love to give Liam a visual clue, but honestly, he's doing too well, and I don't think anything I drew as a visual clue would be very helpful at this point. Oh, actually, you know what? I will draw one cryptic visual clue, just because it is absent at the moment.
Please. Ah, yes, of course.
We are merely exchanging long protein strings. Yes, the episode where they take over the bodies of Bill Clinton and Bob Dole.
We won't go forwards. We'll go, go backwards.
Younger, I dreamed of being a baseball.
And always
We must
twirling,
go
twirling, twirling towards freedom.
Bob Dole don't need this. Right. Yeah, they are always drooling.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do better than... unless...
That's great, man.
No.
There is one other color. Oh, have you gotten it? Very nice.
I don't know if that's right. That doesn't seem right to me. Maybe they got like big nostrils? I'm just playing with it now.
Yeah. Well, you do have 40 seconds to play.
No.
And in these last 30 seconds, everyone can type their favorite Kang and Kodos quote. And the winner will get read out on stream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what an
What
honor.
a honor. What an absolute honor.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's great.
All right, let me find a...
I'm actually, I'm impressed with that. Do you want me to chuck an image down?
I've got it. Oh, wow.
All right, cool.
Let me just... I'm just going to save this image.
is your quote just Kodos? Yeah, look at him. There you go.
Look, I mean... Right, there's... dots. Interesting.
Yeah,
Like-
so he's got some like spots on the head, like a few little lines here and there, and you
Lot
even
more
got like
thinner
the
than
little molded bit in the helmet
antenna
too.
thing. Yeah, and so there's 5. It's baby Kodos. Clearly.
Yeah, there you go. He's holding hands with grown-up Kodos.
Look, I'm honestly very happy with that. I would love to know what the actual teeth look like. They're a bit more.
It's evolution, yeah.
They're a bit more like
Yeah,
sharp.
see the one I was looking at was
Is it this one?
well, let's see if I can even.
Is it this one?
Oh, there it is. No, it was this one with the big
Right.
with the big teeth and mouth open.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? Yours is more accurate color-wise.
All right,
so
guys,
let's keep that
it's
there.
voting time. Vote for
Yeah.
me. Tell me how accurate I was able to get Kodos.
Needs a moonstone. Yeah, very good, Ben.
Oh, lots of 4s. Lots of 4s.
Well, it's an even tie so far.
Scarlet Six Gun, thank you so much for the follow. Who voted 2? Sean, you get to vote.
I get to vote? Oh, I was too late. Wow,
okay.
yeah, nice though.
Who voted 2? Tell me who you are.
Reveal yourself.
Can I see who voted? Can I see who? No, we can't. I'm going to report that poll. Captain Man, that was me. I'm not ashamed. Bet it was a big stretch. That I didn't say it. Inkmo, I voted -2. Hello, Inkmo. Welcome on in. Oh, what am I doing? I need to.
I mean, this is the perfect chance for someone to say, "Don't blame me."
Don't blame me. I voted for 4. All right, Sean.
G'day.
Are you ready for your next
I'm so ready.
character?
I'm excited.
This is a little bit easier. Let me get the timer ready.
Now, well, the easy ones are often the trickiest, so let's see about this.
Correct. Your character. Do you want to just recenter your canvas
yes,
a
let
bit?
me get that. Look, cool.
There we go. Your character, Sean, is Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, this is a character that looks like a person. So,
The timer has started.
all right. Four. Okay. So, Velma's got like the bob haircut, right? So,
Correct. Full name, Velma Dinkley, for those playing at home.
Velma Dinkley. I wasn't aware that she had like a full name. I do remember one of my romantic awakenings was the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh,
when she was played by oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I blank on her name all the time. Lindsay Weir.
You know her character from...
Thank you.
What was that, sorry?
Linda Cardellini.
Linda Cardellini, absolutely.
Also Hawkeye's wife from
Correct.
Avengers.
Also the neighbor of Don Draper in Mad Men.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
So many great starring roles. Now,
I don't think you need it, but...
This is ending up pretty stylized, but...
That's fine.
The hair is, I'm not loving that side of the hair. But I'll be damned if I can't think of how it would go. Yeah, you know what? That's all right.
Hey, you've done pretty damn well so far.
I can't wait with this. I'm keeping that.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Now she definitely has like a turtleneck. That's her thing.
Original NPC said this is Velma in the Peanuts, and I love it.
Yeah, so true.
Joel's like, people, my only weakness. Because you said it's someone that looks like a person.
I know, right? Now I feel like she's got like a big sweater.
She does have... It's more long than big.
Right.
She's a lot less
But she usually
pregnant
wears
as well.
such a shorter one in those completely licensed renditions of her.
Scarlet Six Gun, can you confirm that Sean watches Scooby-Doo porn?
Now, does she have like rolled up sleeves?
Yes.
All right.
Also,
Like
the
she
way
did-
that you're drawing this looks exactly like the drawing that I have up on my screen right now. And I'm worried that you've cheated. That's how close it is.
There's I have a really iconic picture of Velma. I think because it's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, right? They were made for really cheap, so they often reused a lot of assets.
And
so
they
I
would
feel
never draw hands, correct.
yeah. So her pose of having her behind her back, this is a crutch for every artist starting out, but in my case, it works out in my favor.
DM Benjamin,
the legs are gonna
Scooby Poon, where are you coming?
Does she have like a skirt?
Yeah, a pleated skirt.
Like a pleated skirt? Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
You got 6
now
minutes.
The legs are where I have no idea what her shoes look like.
Think DW.
Oh, so she's got the little what are they called?
Make her legs a little bit longer.
All right.
As if she's got socks on.
Ah, as if?
Well, she's got long socks on, I'm going to tell you that. Yeah. She does. Yes, she does have legs.
Now, how do you draw these guys? Like, I forget exactly how those shoes go, but that'll do for now.
Yeah,
I think I need to get onto color. I'm halfway through, for goodness sake.
Cam, firstly, I do not approve of sexualizing Scooby. Secondly, Scooby Dooby Doo me.
Yeah, we have a winner.
All right, I think you can go straight onto the color here. I think
so.
I think you have the ability to do that now. I don't think you need to really worry too much. You got 4.5 minutes, mate. You're screaming through
Blind.
this. Would you like a visual reference of anything?
I'm gonna forego the visual reference.
You don't want like a visual reference of the shape of her body?
No, because then I'll start second guessing myself, and I feel like I'm too late in the game to be doing that.
You're not. It's just a simple fix. One line needs to change, and you've nailed it.
If you reckon that it's only one line.
Yep.
Then...
I just want to do this.
So that's what she looks like. Yeah, I've drawn her a bit more slouchy in this one. Alright, let me get this hair out of the way.
I'm just going to do that. That's a terrible version of it, but...
That, no, I actually know, I know exactly what you mean now. That hair shade is well off, but...
Yeah, it's not so red. I think it's a bit more brown.
Oh yeah, Daphne's more of a redhead, isn't she?
Yeah, Daphne's a redhead.
Oh, my brush size. I'm panicking. I'm running out of time.
You got 3 minutes.
Perfect.
I mean, that's accurate to what I drew, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what she's going to be now.
What have I done to you?
Yeah, so the hair's like dark brown, isn't it?
Cam, it's early days.
I'm just trying to remember Linda Cardellini now. Alright, yeah, because her sweater's like the orange thing, isn't it?
Ooh. Nice.
Now what colour's the skirt? I want to say like a... Is it like just a darker orange?
No, you had it.
Oh, I did? It's
Yeah.
like more like a brownie kind of thing?
More like a red.
Like a
I
red.
thought it was a
yeah,
red
okay.
that you did there. Yes. You gonna
Dude,
do her sleeves?
Yeah. And oh, what colour are the socks going at? Are they just white? Just some nice white socks?
they're not just white. You got 2 minutes to
No.
make a decision on the socks.
Are they like... I mean, colour matching, I feel like that's what I want to do, but...
Yes, correct.
Alright, great. Again, Hanna-Barbera, cheap. Couldn't afford that many inks.
Correct. There is color matching.
Okay. Alright. Look, I'm feeling pretty confident on the colours now. So what do I have, a minute 42? Let's just bring a little bit of shading work into
Oh
here.
wow,
Why
you're
not?
putting shading in. That's how confident you are with this.
This is like... I don't want to... I sort of don't want to be too accurate either. I want to see the differences.
Sean,
Yeah?
think. Hanna-Barbera. Could they afford shading?
Well, look, this is one of those TV movies they had where they upped the budget just like a little bit.
Okay, you don't want to be too accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be
but
too
know what,
accurate?
You're absolutely right. Let's get that out of there. Look. I'm feeling pretty good.
We can just let the
reckon we
timer
can-
run out if you want.
Yeah, I think I will. Putting a bow on it for Velma.
She does not have a bow.
Damn it!
All right, you ready?
I am so ready to see Velma.
Here she is.
Yay! Oh, yes, it was red shoes. Yeah.
dude-
Oh, yeah. Her little like dimple smile.
Dimple smile. I think it's also freckles, technically.
She's got freckles. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the big baggy sleeves. That's right.
I don't know why I've got Christmas songs on. All right.
Little knobby knees.
Absolutely ridiculously close. Well done. Yeah.
She got those nice calves too.
She got them nice calves.
Yeah.
A little more kneecap.
Little more kneecap. Yeah.
Senny, thank you so much. Let's vote.
I happen to know Lauren is a big fan of Velma, so that does account. And the blue in the glasses.
Mm-hmm. Now, guys, you have to take into account Sean's cowardly dog when you make this vote.
You gave that a 4.
Yeah.
So if that's any indication.
If that's a 4, this should be high 4s.
High 4s, yeah.
High 4s, at least. Like, colors alone. All right. Is anyone hasn't voted yet? Totally is Peanuts Velma. Yeah.
Yeah, the eyes are...
Whoa. 7 5s, 3 4s.
Wow. Wowie zowie. Thank you, everyone.
4.7. Thank you, Senny, so much for that quick math. All right. Well, before you tell me what we're doing, Ben's like, this is better than I can draw in 10 minutes, 10 hours. Total average for Sean is 4.263. What am I on currently, Senny? Um, 3.8. Isn't that what? 3.888. Interesting. After that first round, I was like decimal points above you, so I need to do real well on this one.
I am going to. Yeah, all right.
You're gonna make it hard, right?
I've got your last one. It's one that I feel like you're going to think it's deceivingly simple, but because of its simplicity, it might be a tricky one. And I know that you've dressed as this character before too, so that's going to make it... Sorry, you haven't dressed as this character. You've dressed as the odd parent of this character.
So you're doing Timmy.
So you're doing Timmy from Fairly Odd Parents. Thank you for the dice.
All right. Oh, no, thank you. Timmy from Fairly Odd Parents. All right.
Timmy from Fairly Odd Parents.
Jesus, yeah, you're right already. I'm going to...
Right. He's got a very...
I'm going to say he's got, like, this type of feet.
Yeah, he does have those feet that join up with the pants, for sure.
Wow. The head is where I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
I know he's got a hat that's sort of here. I want to say he's got hair like this, but...
Yeah, that's good. That's good hair. Nice solo.
Thanks.
This is a great solo for you. Great content.
Yeah, I know, right?
Looks a bit like Cosmo right there.
He does, yeah. You know what I will say is, think bigger with the hair. Go crazy with it. It's too sensible right now.
The hair's too sensible.
Too sensible. Also, I will say that's looking a lot better.
Hey, Tofu, welcome on in.
His proportions are a little realistic at the moment.
Currently, yeah. So...
Yeah, that's looking a bit closer.
I'm gonna... I want to say...
You're doing very well.
What kind of nose does he have? No.
doing very well.
The thing that I need to really figure out is the thing for me here is going to be the colors or what's going to get me.
Yeah, yeah. I want you to be very specific with the colors. I will let you know there are basically only 4 colors in his design.
He looks a little bit too Cosmo to me right now.
Then if you would like a oh yeah, no, so the visual aid I've got to give you, I feel like that's just got to be something that I pull out when you need it. You've got to interpret it.
Could I please know what his nose looks like?
Yeah, sure, man. So the thing is, he's got one of those noses that's joined to his lip. So the nose looks like this. But it is joined to a lip.
Well, that's fucking terrifying. Alright, I'm going to go straight into drawing this properly. I want to say that he's got
Yeah, nice. It's definitely like a 1 tooth but 2 teeth situation.
for just under 5 minutes.
Yeah, feet are great. You've definitely nailed the legs and feet.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that.
Katie, Timmy is the one who is parented. And Liam is going to sing the whole theme song right now so that you can have context.
Timmy was an average kid that no one understands. Mom and Dad and Vicky always giving him command. Bed twerp.
Twerp.
Then something else. They were the odd parents, fairly odd parents. That seems wrong to me.
That's good. The hair's the right size. The face shape could be a little rounder if you wanted to go there.
Are we talking the bottom of the face?
Just the whole face in general. Yeah, that's a good bottom of face. Yeah. That's it. Big old eyes. This is fine.
No, they're like...
Yeah, that's it. He's got big old pupils. You could even, like... You don't need to, but if you wanted to make those eyebrows even bigger, I say go for it.
Made the eyebrows bigger.
Yeah. Cool. Just to letting you know, you have 2 minutes 15.
Okay, so he's fucking hell. He's definitely white.
He sure is.
He's got brown hair, I want to say.
Yep. That's a beautifully accurate shade of brown.
He's also
He's
got.
having a good night. Oh, gee whiz.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
he
he's
wished
got
his odd parents for the best googs. Yeah, that's it. He's got his matching hat and shirt.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I'm seeing it. You know, like.
Well, the pupils are a specific color.
The pupils are a color. Okay.
Yeah. And they're not even lined. Oh, there you go. That's the ones.
And I reckon they go.
I'd like up to you. I'd even press undo on those lines.
And then I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, that has helped. Actually.
$33 seconds.
I'm going to say it right now. We've both done very well.
Why is he so angry?
Three, two, one.
Whew. Like, you can't really see. Like, I'm gonna just fix the. This is just for the sake of this color on my stream, but like,
The skin
it looked
color
really
is like,
pale on
Yeah.
that on that.
it does.
Woo! Mealy, thank you so much for the 2 gift subs.
Oh, Mealy.
One for DM Benjamin and one for Scarlet Six Gun. Bloody lovely.
Wow.
All right. Timmy, Fairly Odd Parents.
Let's.
Sorry,
bring
I
up the
missed a whole
picture.
bunch there, guys. I missed a whole bunch there.
Liam was real focused.
Hey, Tofu, thank you so much for being here. J465, hello, welcome on in. Okay, let's see it. You got it?
Oh, you want me to put it
Yeah,
there?
because
All right, here we go. Chucking him up right now.
right. Okay. Look, I see what I've done.
You've done, like- I mean, all the elements are there.
Hey, J465, we're just playing a game at the moment where we're trying to remember how to draw characters without looking at them. And then we're going to do some other games as well. But here's the voting time. Can you vote out of 5 how well I did at this character? Keep in mind that there are specific things that I got very correct. Like,
Look, the colors
colors are spot on.
are in the right spectrum.
The hat has its little bit hanging off. I wasn't sure if it was... I got mixed up with the floaty crowny things and
You
the
did.
little dot.
Yeah. I didn't know he had that little floating bit, so that's a good
I knew
pickup.
there was a floating thing. I knew he was pink. I knew and I definitely knew he had blue eyes. I mean, that looks like a terrible version of it, but
That's like you knew the pants were the joiny foot pants.
I knew the pants were definitely the Johnny Foot pants.
And you got the hair like pretty right, I'd say.
That's the knockoff you get at the claw machine, the scars your children for life. Alright. Let's have a look at what the score at the end here was. A bunch of 4s,
Yes,
a
of
3,
course.
and a 2. Oof.
still scoring pretty high.
Okay. A little gentle bullying. Let's take a quick break. Don't have to go anywhere. Just a quick break from drawing before we start the next round.
Ooh, stretch out those drawing muscles, everyone.
So, just to remind everybody, the next round of drawings is Sean and I have both picked a famous person. And the other person who is drawing it, or final average has gone way down. The other person who's drawing it has to ask the other one questions based on about that person, and then we'll draw them. So it's like a what's the word? Like a police sketch. It's like what does his eyes look like, and the other person has to, as accurately as possible, describe who that person is.
Yeah.
And then they get to guess. Now, do you think we give this another 10-minute, or do we give it like 15 minutes to do this drawing?
Let's go 15-minute with this one, just
Composite
because
sketch,
we'll have to
correct.
be very conversational.
Exactly. We'll give it a 15-minute. Are you happy to go first again?
Let's do it.
Okay. While we do this, I'm just going to click this button. I'm going to get up
Round 2, babies!
an image of this person.
This is a real person.
This is a real person.
Oh, Camtraban, I really want to watch that Sparks Brothers doco. So glad to hear that it was really good.
Let me find a good image of this person.
Oh yeah, Jolie. I saw the trailer and was just like, I hope Joel is watching this ASAP because it seems right up his alley too.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull this image over here for my own well-being. All right, Sean, are you ready for round 2?
Now, now I get to ask questions.
You do. I won't start the timer until you ask your first question.
Cool.
It's like,
I'm gonna,
guess who?
yeah. And I like to play on hard mode here. I'm gonna try and avoid really big giveaways early on in the game.
We once played this and Sean picked Sonic the Hedgehog and I was thinking it was a real person and it was...
Your human-looking Sonic the Hedgehog was a sight to behold, for sure.
It was scary. Alright. Now guys, you can absolutely guess in the chat, but I will not be revealing who it is. Feel free to guess within each other, but I will not be revealing who it is until Sean decides he wants to decide.
That's right. I'll have to lock it in.
Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
When you're ready, you ask the first question.
All right. What shaped jaw do they have?
This person has a top of an egg shape jaw.
Top of an egg-shaped jaw. So that's a slightly pointed oval.
See, Amelie? Correct.
All right. Now, do they have any facial hair?
Yes.
All right. Do they have a mustache?
They do have a mustache.
Is it a mustache connected to a beard, or is it just a mustache?
It is a mustache connected to a beard.
All right. All right, I'm going to come back to that. Nose shape. Are we talking round, pointy, or square?
I would say more pointed.
More pointed. So if I was to go like that kind of look, is that too exaggerated maybe?
Probably a more rounded point.
More like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
all
good.
right. Cool.
Maybe a bit bigger.
Maybe a bit bigger. So I am doing a stylized version as well, if we can't tell.
Yeah, my version will probably be a lot more
You-
realistic, like, I think.
I like to hide within exaggerations. Now, do they wear glasses?
Yes.
All right. And are the glasses round or squarish?
Round.
Round. And are they like big glasses? Or
No,
like,
they're actually just regular sized glasses. Maybe a
we
bit on the
talking, like-
smaller side.
like sort of like John Lennon-y glasses?
Not so round.
All right. So more like... And you said slightly on the smaller side, so that's quite round. If I was to draw something like that,
Yep.
is that the kind of roundness you're thinking?
Maybe a little bit rounder on the bottom, but I think it's much for muchness at this point.
I'm gonna go for
Yeah, that's good. That's
That
good.
kinda look.
That's very good.
cool. Now, in terms of their eye shape, do they have big eyes or small eyes?
They have small eyes.
And are they the kind of person whose like lids would droop over their eyes, or are they like quite alert?
Their lids would droop over their eyes.
Okay.
That's 3 minutes gone.
Now you said there was a beard connected to mustache.
Correct.
So if I was to pull out like one of those kind of things, we'd be heading in the right direction.
Looking at that, the beard feels too full.
Too full. Oh, okay, I think I needed the mouth there first. So, do they have thin lips or full lips?
They have thin lips.
Thin lips. And does their mouth take up like a lot of space on their face, or is it more smaller?
It's not small, but it's not the full width of the face.
Okay. So, and would their usual expression be sort of happy or neutral?
Happy neutral.
Cool.
Yeah,
How's that?
That's good.
Why not?
that's beautiful.
Now you said their beard was a little full last time, so maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful.
And is it like? I feel like I don't want to complicate this too much.
Definitely bring it up to the lip.
Bring it up to the lip. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it Liam? No, it's not Liam. I will tell you that, it's not me. Yeah,
Now-
Sean famously cannot grow a beard or a mustache.
That's
I know.
true. Have you seen this? This is 2 weeks not shaving. Now let's
Just
get
on 10
some,
minutes.
Let's get some hair. Does this person have a lot of hair?
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Okay. What is their forehead size like?
Their forehead, if you see like the distance between the bottom of the glasses to the chin is the
Yep.
same distance to the top
Wow.
of their head.
Wow, so that's pretty big.
No, the bottom of the glasses to the chin.
Bottom of the
So it
glass.
doesn't have to
So
be.
that's like this sort of distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, and would you say they would have like more of a square forehead or like a rounded
I
forehead?
think it'd be like the bottom of an egg.
This is a very egg-shaped person.
Well, you didn't ask the shape of the head, so
I didn't.
probably would have
That's
said upside down egg.
true. Do they have ears?
They do have ears.
Do they have big ears or
They
like
have big ears.
big
The
ears? Cool.
ears are the size of the eyes to the mouth.
Cool. I'm liking these.
This is
Assisted.
looking great.
Now hair. You said they had a lot of hair. So is it that it's a lot vertically, or is it long?
It's long for what is obviously a male, but
Yep.
not like long hair.
Okay.
Probably the length. Take your hat off for a sec.
Okay, take him.
Probably the length of your hair.
My hair's so dirty right now. All right, the length of my hair. And is it like a? Do they wear it sort of like slicked back? Do they have a bit of a fringe going on?
They part it to the side that is closest to the right. They part it from the right.
All right, so like that kind of.
No, the other way.
Okay. Parted. So we're talking like this kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's a bit more clean.
Keep on playing. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. So.
Yeah. That's fucking perfect.
All right. Cool. Now, yeah, I'll go down here. Is like, am I like kind of close with that?
Yeah, this feels
Right.
so right to me.
All right, cool. Eyebrows. Do we have?
They're thick,
Bushy,
but not. Yeah, they're not super thick.
Cool. Like, if I was to just like chuck someone like that, would that look too?
That's
thin?
too thin.
Too thin. So like,
Yeah.
and
but
are they dark or sort of
no,
pale?
they're not dark.
All right, so I should be more like.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now.
All right.
yeah.
I feel like it might be. No, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, you go.
I was potentially going to move on to some color just to like help out.
Yeah. Cool.
With things.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. Let's try for that. I currently have no ideas. So let's. Is this a Caucasian person?
Yes.
Cool. In terms of skin lightness, are we talking like sort of pale
Yeah,
or a little
pale,
tanned?
pale.
Pale, cool. Now, hair color. I want to say it's going to be brown.
Well, sorry. I just screwed everything up for a second. What do you want to say? It's
I want to say it's going to be brown, but for no real reason.
for no real reason.
Yeah.
It's up to you, dude. But
Is-
do you want
is
to
it
ask me
brown?
what color it is?
Can I? Yeah. What color's the hair? Let's
The
just go
color-
for that.
Is grey.
Grey. All right. That does help actually.
It does.
Now is the kind of grey
It's like a light grey.
like a light grey? Cool. So it's not like Steve Martin's got kind of white.
Not that
grey
white.
hair.
Yeah,
Not that white.
not
How's
as-
that?
That's
sort of-
great. That's good.
Cool. Is the beard also grey?
Yes.
Cool. So if I was to
5 minutes.
how's the beard looking now that
Looks
there's colour
great.
in it?
This looks great.
All right, cool. Now, does this person have freckles or any sort of skin identifiers?
He does have like crow's feet. Also,
Okay.
the beard does. I know yours doesn't, but the beard does also match up with the hair.
It does. Cool.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Oh.
Yes, he does have skin.
Yeah, it has some skin. Oh, those crow's feet have helped a bit, actually. Not that I know who it is.
I would
yet,
probably
but-
have the glasses finish as well.
Yeah, I guess we can fit that in there. Do they have like those little bits on the side? I mean, they must. They're glasses.
They do, yes.
Oh, I mean, I'm nearly at guessing stage, and I still.
You got some time to play with here.
I need some more identifiers. I feel like. Is the should he have like lips? Is that going to make it more? That's a bit luscious, maybe.
Less luscious, but maybe
Yeah.
it might help. I reckon just do the color of the lips rather than the...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can tell you that I will say this.
Yeah.
Nobody has guessed who it is yet.
Okay.
I'll be keeping an eye on... Hey, Mrs. D.
Steve Colbert recent. That's a good one. Look, I'm
Less
I'm gonna
luscious
ditch
at the
lip
top.
colour.
Just make it like a straight lip.
I've never been very good at lips, so I usually avoid them.
Maybe get rid of the top lip.
Yeah. Oh. I've leaked over to too many layers now. Panicking.
That's good.
Ugh, all right. Now, is there any other like key identifiers that I'm missing, or am I pretty close to what this person looks like?
I mean, I don't know if I could say anything more.
Yeah.
I would say this though.
Yeah.
The
This time from Heyday.
I will say this.
Deep cut.
Nobody has said it yet. Also, I do see how you get Don Burke.
I can see Don Burke in there.
This person has been known to wear a hat.
Oh, what kind of hat?
I don't want to say. Hey, Binks.
I've got a minute 20. I don't know if I'm going to be able to draw a hat in that time. Is the hat a pretty like iconic feature though?
They have been well known to wear a hat. Like
Oh,
they would absolutely, if they were drawn as a cartoon, probably would wear a hat.
Ah, that's Mr. Hatman, as Katie said. Yes. Oh, okay. Now, is this person an actor?
No.
Are they?
We'll say in the last minute you can ask these kind of questions.
All right. Is this person like like a TV personality?
No.
Are they?
Wait, no. This person has acted.
They have acted, but
Yep.
they're not primarily known for acting.
Correct.
Oh.
In a movie that I know you like.
Oh shit. Are they like known for being just like in a particular field, like
Yes, very
science
much
or...
so. They're in a field.
Okay. They're in a field.
Scarecrow.
He's outstanding in his field.
You got 5
Wow.
seconds, and then you got to make your final guess. All right.
Kevin Costner from Field of Dreams, of course.
All right. That's the end. That's 15 minutes done. You
Shit, I
have
shouldn't-
one guess.
I shouldn't have dilly-dallied around the hat. Clearly, this has got to be where it's at. Okay, he's known for wearing a hat. He
tried, it
is
will
in
go.
a field and has acted.
I have acted in a film that I know you like. This is a great
Right.
game.
And I can't ask any more questions.
Can't ask any more questions. You just have to make your guess.
Dang, the hat. Why didn't I ask about accessories?
Yes, Katie, you definitely know this film.
Is it...
No one else guess no one guess in the chat because Sean has to guess now.
Everyone guess in the chat, and
Nobody guess in the chat, or we won't count the points.
It's not like no, it's not Richard Hammond because he's just straight up an actor.
Oh, Senny, you're a genius.
Oh, yeah, genius. Okay, thank you. Emote who it is.
You get your guess. Come on.
Ah.
This is a pretty accurate drawing. I will say that.
But I'm really clueless on this one. An actor in film I like, wears a hat, isn't primarily known for being an actor.
I'm gonna put 30 seconds on the clock if you don't want to.
Yeah, do it, and if I don't guess in that time, then stuff me. This hasn't helped. This has just made me freeze up with anxiety now.
Come on, just make a guess.
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough?
Yeah.
No.
Who it is, lock it in.
This is who it is. Steven Spielberg.
It's such a good drawing. It's Steven Spielberg. Of course it is.
Were
Damn
you guys
it.
trying to indicate Jurassic Park in the
Wow.
emotes?
I don't know why I kept floating around Jurassic Park. That's why I kept saying the Hammonds. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, he makes movies. That's why. Yeah.
And what movie was he in?
He was, of course, in Blues Brothers.
Correct.
Wow. All right. Yeah. No,
Good
that was
game.
great description, though.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah. 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 Well done.
All right.
All right, Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. Great drawing. Good game. We could do this one all night, honestly.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right. Let me get my drawing hand ready.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah, also Sean, yeah. Zach Coffee, thank you so much for the follow. We're currently playing a game where we have to describe somebody. We're playing Guess Who Police Sketch. I think that's the only way. And this
Yeah.
is round 2.
Round 2. Yes, Miss Dangerbeard, I was absolutely using myself as reference for a lot of that.
All right, I'm going to get rid of all images of Steven Spielberg on my screen because it's just not going to help me in the slightest.
All right, I'm going to get a picture of this person up right now.
Thank you, DB. Those transitions were done by Seanyboydraws. Me too,
All
Cam.
right.
Me too, Cam. Me too. All right. So, I'm going to get
I
ready to
have
press enter when I ask
person.
the first question.
Ready.
Sean, is this person male?
They are not.
They're not male. Okay.
They are not.
Are they young?
They are... I wouldn't say that they're young, no.
No, they're not young. All right. So, would you say that they're old?
And I wouldn't say that they're old. I'd say they're,
So they're
bang
like
in the middle between
middle
young
age.
and old.
Middle age.
I wouldn't like... Even saying middle-aged feels too old, but you know what they
Right,
are.
cool. So, like,
So
30s, 40s.
that's it. Yeah, it's around the mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
What shape face do they have?
So they have an ovalish face, but they have a very particular chin. that is quite pointed.
A particular pointed chin.
Yeah. They've got like... It's almost sort of a squarish jaw with a pointed chin. Thank you, Joel. The Scott Pilgrim credits were absolutely part of an inspiration for those titles.
Okay, so... Like, when you say pointy, would you say this pointy?
Yep. I would say you can't go too pointy with this chin.
Interesting. Pointy chin.
Pointy chin. That's the if you're going to be a caricature about us, you would go straight to the chin.
Okay. How far up their face? Right. So if do you think that there is an accurate depiction of the height of their head? Or is it like
not bad. I would increase the width of everything, just out a little bit. It's slightly rounder. Yep, that's good.
Okay. All right. What kind of nose do they have? Do they have a pointy nose?
They do have a pointy nose.
They have a pointy nose. Would you say it's a long pointy nose?
Quite a petite pointy nose. So it's not
Petite pointy nose.
it's not super small, but it's not jumping up for their face. Yeah, that's good.
And is it
Maybe,
point? Does it point upwards or point downwards?
It points downwards. I would even take it a little higher up. Yeah, that's perfect.
You would take the nose higher up.
Yeah, and erase just a little bit of the top of that line. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Full.
The Mask played by Jim Carrey in the movie The Mask.
How big are the ears?
Is it the Shadow played by Alec Baldwin? He does have a weirdly pointy nose. But no, it's not. Sorry, what was that, Liam?
How big are the ears?
The
And
ears
where are they sort of situated?
The ears are non-existent. I think this person's hair always covers their ears.
Their hair always covers their ears.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's like long hair then. I'm just going
It's
to do
long-
this
It's long hair.
for the moment. Do they have a fringe?
They don't have a fringe. They always sort of part their hair.
Do they part it in the middle or to the side?
No, it's just to the side.
What side? Their left or their right?
It's their left, so on the right of the drawing.
Would you say that is accurate?
Yeah, that part is
We'll come back to the hair.
that's pretty good actually. Yeah.
All right.
You can see like yeah.
If
I'd say you
if
can
I
see
did
a little bit
this,
more of their forehead.
you can see more of the forehead. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna come back to this
Yeah.
part, but okay. Wavy hair or straight hair?
So, characteristically, I'd say this person usually has like starts quite straight up the top, but gets wavier as it goes down. Yes, that's very good. Perfect.
Okay. And like a thin neck?
Quite a thin neck. Yeah, that's good. I'd from that point, I'd say the hair ends where the line of the neck ends. So it's not the longest hair, but you wouldn't say it was very short. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
All right. How full are the lips?
The lips aren't particularly full, but they do have sort of a wide mouth. I'd say you
Smile?
definitely
Do they
see
smile?
They do. They are basically always smiling in every press photo that I'm looking at.
Would you say like those lips? Do they smile with their
Yeah.
teeth or their mouth?
It's more with their mouth, like a little bit of teeth, but I'd say more with their mouth.
And it's like a full lip,
Um,
or like a.
That's probably a good size for the bottom lip. The top lip you don't see a lot of, but there is still a little bit of lip shape up there.
And do they have like
That's
smile
looking great.
lines,
They do. They have
like full
quite big-
cheekbones?
They have full cheekbones. Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so.
If we're looking at the top of the nose,
Yep.
and then the bottom of the nose, or the top of the nose, right? Are the eyes like in line with it?
Yes, they are.
And are they big eyes, small eyes?
They are the most medium eyes you've ever seen.
And are they
Like,
are they
I would,
open, wide, or are they squinty eyes?
They are not super open wide. Like, I wouldn't say they were squinty, but this person sort of always looks like their eyes are like just a little squinted.
Okay.
Yeah, that's quite good eye shape. I would put them a little closer together, maybe.
All right, I'm pretty sure I know who this is already. Based off, I have not looked at the chat
that's right.
specifically.
You can
I'm not gonna guess
Yeah.
yet.
yeah, you can just use this to get your drawing really accurate for the final guess.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of do this a bit more with the eyebrows. They're sort of thin?
They're sort of thin, yeah, and they've got quite Jack Nicholson eyebrows, like the kind that always sort of look like they're a little angry, even though this person isn't very angry. That's good.
Do they wear glasses?
They do not wear glasses.
Correct. I feel like this is going to be bigger. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Do they
Looking good.
wear hats?
They do not, as far as I've seen, wear hats.
How long we got left?
We got 6 minutes left.
I'm gonna just guess at this point. I don't think I need to. I don't think there's anything more, unless you think there's anything more that I'm missing.
I mean, there are a few things that I would put in there just to like really sell what this person looks like. But if you'd like to guess,
No. To really sell what this person looks like.
Yeah, it's related. Yeah, I'll give you some clues. So it's related to the eyes.
Related to the eyes.
Yeah.
Like eye makeup?
Yes.
Is it like a heavy
Yes.
eye makeup?
Yeah.
Like this?
That's good.
Okay, what color hair do they have?
Blonde.
Blonde? Thought so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I think you just made this very easy, but I thought I made it easy as well with Steven Spielberg.
I was trying to think of iconic looking people
And
with features that are.
I'm
fun to
guessing they're
draw.
Caucasian.
They are.
That would have really spun me out if they weren't. What color eyes do they have? Blue?
Yeah.
It makes sense that they have blue eyes.
Could still be Alec Baldwin. Let's not rule it out.
Could be Alec Baldwin. I don't think they wear a lot of makeup, like heavy makeup. Like, in terms of like a lip.
Interesting.
It would be more natural, maybe? Or would you say it's like a...
I guess it would depend on the context that you see this
Okay,
person.
we've got 3 minutes left.
That's pretty good.
Oh, now I'm worried that I've got the wrong person in my head. But I can't see how it could be anybody else but who I think it is. I'm just gonna guess profession.
Yeah.
Actress.
Yes.
Also writer.
Yes.
Very funny person.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna guess who it is.
3 minutes left on the clock. Liam's guessing.
Is it Amy Poehler?
It's Amy Poehler.
Yeah!
I feel like you had it before colours were even in there.
Yeah, I had it like at the
It's,
hair, I think.
You clearly did it well because heaps of people in the chat got it too.
Yeah. I think you described it. It could have been Reese Witherspoon. It could have been Reese Witherspoon, Cam.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I also took into account Sean.
Let's get a picture of her up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've done very well
Terrible
there.
drawing. But yeah.
Hey, you've got all the features.
Let me just do this.
You can use these last 2 minutes to do whatever you want as a reward.
All right, so let's figure out.
You smashed that round.
Let's figure out points then. How does this work, points wise? I guess I get.
I mean, you get full points for this one. You guessed it.
Right, so give me a 5 then is the... We've got to think about this, okay. Because they have to vote. So,
Yeah, true.
can we get an out of 5, the accuracy for Sean? Right? Sean's drawing, the accuracy. Yeah. And then there'll be bonus points for getting it right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that's good.
So you now guys have to vote on accuracy of Sean's drawing of Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I think you should get like at least an extra 2 points for guessing it right.
Two points?
Yeah.
Well, it should maybe be like a 4 then on the scale because we need to figure out the averages, right?
Yeah, true.
So... Yoon, thank you so much for resubbing. Sorry, I missed that. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Round 1 went to Sean. Round 2 went to me.
True. So we're in.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Round.
Don't even worry about.
Follow that.
Fair point. And then, I guess. So. Okay. This next round then is us versus each other.
That's it. We're both drawing at the same time.
We're both
head to
drawing
head.
at the same time. What are we drawing? Great question. I think you guys get to decide. Maybe it's like we design a character. We both design a character that has to have specific items.
Yeah, true. So if you throw some suggestions at it, we'll try to amalgamate it into a character.
Yeah, throw some suggestions for visual. What's the word?
Now, I know you're going to be tempted to be like Hitler riding a donkey on Saturn and get like really wild with it. But I think if we keep it like not realistic, but like slightly more niche, then
Can you both design self-portraits as Dangerbeard's servant mermen? Okay. I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea. Just for reference's sake, this is... Oh.
yeah, nice. All right, well, look, Ben wants a D&D Monstro character too.
Ooh.
So if we go like a merman style design. All right, so it could be Dangerbeard's mer-themed lackeys.
Oh, that's a good one, Joel. So Boyfriend Dungeon just came out.
Ah, yeah, true.
Thanks, DB, for the shout out. So we have to design our dream date and what weapon they would be.
And their weapon form. I mean, look, I'm gonna tie in because I like the girl the I like the mer theme in this. So maybe it's a dream date and their weapon form, but there has to be some sort of oceanic mer theme in it. Yeah, so you would go to Trident as a sample idea.
We should have thought of this more. I think there's something here in the, like, we have to base it on something.
Yeah. Should we draw a weapon for each other and then draw the date version of that weapon?
We both draw... Oh, so we swordfish. That's funny.
Yeah.
So what... Wait, where'd the music go? Let me just get this back. This is interesting. I hadn't thought this through. I like the idea of like designing a character. Draw a bunny. Setting. Okay, maybe we get... Yeah, chat assigns us each a weapon.
Yeah.
And we have to draw a character, a date. Yeah. Based on that weapon. Because of Boyfriend Dungeon.
Right,
So,
cool.
chat gives us each a weapon and we have to design the character.
Boyfriend Dungeon themed illustration for this one.
Yeah, because it's topical.
Boyfriend Dungeon.
It's topical.
Love it.
Alright, so... Nobody. So, let's randomly pick a name. Shawnee seems bow and arrowy, so bow and arrow.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
Okay, you get bow and arrow. That's a good one, Liz.
Alright, cool.
How long are we going to give ourselves for this? 20 minutes?
Let's give ourselves 20 and then see how quickly we do it.
I'll have tiny ornate dagger.
Cool. Letter opener.
All right, so who am I getting? What am I getting? Dagger?
You gonna get a little dagger?
We'll go dagger, a cheese knife. I'll go dagger, and then you get bow and arrow.
Cool.
Okay, you ready?
I dig that. Alright, let's do it.
So I'm going to literally just draw every relationship I've ever had, which is just a big dagger to the heart.
No! Poor Liam. You can listen to Liam's great podcast about it, Shit Days Podcast, available everywhere that podcasts are sold.
Well, you don't sell podcasts, but yes. Okay, I'm just thinking about... we're basing the character to look like... They sort of have to look like it, or they're holding it?
They sort of have to look like it, I think. So I'm gonna go a simple sort of bow and alright, so here's my weapon start. Now I'm gonna draw my human date / boyfriend form. Benzie, you gotta have dinner. It's the most important meal of the day.
It is the most important meal of the day. Correct. We've both taken very different routes on this in terms of
We have.
how we're doing this.
Yeah. I am definitely going with the boyfriend specific route.
Same. I didn't want to get too real, you know.
Yeah, right.
Cool. Can I has when you're done, Danger Beard? I need to go to Adelaide. Sorry, I'm not reading your chat there, guys. You went to an art prize, Liz. Oh, Sean, Liz is an incredible artist.
Yeah. Got to have it on the next nice drawings.
So is Mrs. D. Mrs. D is also an incredible artist. And
Love.
Danger Beard is also an incredible artist, only on Garlic Phone.
I love to hear all of that.
But Liz used like oil painting. She's incredible.
Wow, yeah, nice. Love that traditional medium.
Cam, I'm currently using something called Epidemic Sound for music. I don't know if I can oil paint as fast as you can draw, but I could try.
I would love to see that.
Oh wow. We've both taken very different routes here. Like, you're going for
Yeah, I
someone who
love
would
it.
be holding that. I'm going someone that is absolutely represented by.
Well, I'm trying to yeah, I guess I am going for like the kind of guy who would like look like he would operate this thing, but to me it's a very sort of indicative of what they would look like. Yeah, Danger Beer, that's what I'm thinking. He's a woodsy kind of guy. Yeah, so there's a definite Legolas theme going on here. Let's not pretend there's not.
The color grade on my. I'm gonna fix it up once I'm done, because the colors are fucked on my screen on the actual thing.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Okay, we got 5 minutes. Oh, Sean, you disappeared.
Oh, well, my camera has just run out of battery.
Well, that's okay. We can
I'm
still
sorry,
see you
you'll have to-
drawing.
Yeah, you'll have to just deal with my audio for this last little piece, everyone.
That happens. Two minutes. One minute.
Lose it in.
$20 seconds. Done.
All right. Pins down.
Let me quickly just fix up the color grade on my screen here.
That's like
There
the.
we go.
I love how the shape of your dude does look like the shape of the dagger.
That's what I was going for, yeah.
The shoes as well. Yeah, that's perfect.
So let's walk through this.
Let's you give a little rundown of your guy.
So my guy is the dagger, right? So let me just. I see him as like an 80s like rich douchebag. Like
Yeah.
he'll bring you in, but in the end he'll fuck you over.
Yeah.
And he'll get you, stab you in the back before you know, like a dagger.
Classic.
And then I tried to go with the shape of the dagger, yeah. In that time, he's got that wanker face.
He does. Yeah. You know what? Look at all that. Yeah, you've definitely reflected the pointiness. I feel like he's got a pointy attitude too.
Look, I'm gonna get rid of the DB because it doesn't really fit what we're doing anymore. He's everyone's
Love
favorite
it though.
boyfriend, but yeah. Thanks. And Sean, walk us through yours.
Right. Yeah, so my guy, like, he definitely leaked into a little bit of, like, you could see this dude, like, being an archer, but my thinking behind it is, like, he's the kind of dude who goes to Ren fairs, you know?
Yeah.
He's obsessed in that kind of thing, The bow and arrow is a distance weapon, and you know what? He's going to be pretty distant. He's going to like be kind of aloof, like really chill. Like you're going to want to hang with him, and he'll be like, "Yeah, maybe I'll sort of, I'll have to see what I'm doing on the weekend." I've tried to reflect people have picked up the fletch in the arrow is the same as the feathers that he has in his hair there.
Nice.
He wears those neutral, like foresty kind of palettes, and it's similar to yours too. Like you won't see him coming, but when he gets there, he'll get you right in the heart.
Amazing. All right. Well, so is the poll who chat would date or who did the best?
Yeah. They both sound like kind of assholes.
I think is it who represents whose character represents the take all these things into account. Artistry,
Yeah.
the representation of the weapon, and our explanations.
Yeah. That's it. How much we bullshitted at the end.
Yeah. Feel free to use your channel points on this as well, guys. Voting time.
Sorry I lost the cam too. I swear I charged the batteries beforehand, but clearly weren't enough for the
It's fine.
ferocity of the stream.
I'm not going to look at the outcome until it's done.
That's
okay, Senny. This is a tiebreaker. We're definitely going to do more of these nice drawing.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice drawings competitions. So we'll have a running tally of who wins over a certain amount of episodes or whatever.
Love it. Oh, thank you, Senny. It's been awesome being on the stream. Thanks for having me.
This is a Seanyboydraws shirt.
Thanks for repping, Liam.
Last year we did a drawing a day between us on Nice Drawings Instagram page. Nice Drawings TV, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Instagram for Nice Drawings is Nice Drawings TV. And we challenged each other each day. We gave each other another challenge. And then we both did that challenge. This has been great. It's nice to do this with an audience, Sean.
Oh, yeah, so much. Been great interacting with y'all.
Get your votes in, everybody. Who represented the weapon best? Who explained it best? And artistry. Your initial stalkings, DB. Oh, you found the Nice Drawings Instagram page.
Nice.
And we're going to do that on this channel as well because 78%.
Hey, congrats.
Oh, guys.
Nice.
Oh, you.
Well deserved.
Thank you. I think
Let's
yeah.
as a last little parade, we should put all of our drawings from tonight on the screen just so we can see how the points all tallied up.
Okay. Well, it's not the best representation of like our actual skills as artists. But
None of these games are. Let's not pretend that for a second.
you need to get your webcam that works, Sean.
Yeah, I need a webcam that isn't just an external camera that plugs in.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. We're going to raid someone now. I would go back to this. But Sean's not here. How sad.
It's just Liam by himself. I swear I'm here.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Let's figure out who we're gonna raid. Let's go raid G-Funk. G-Funk's fun. G-Fun.
On the car.
If you want, anyone wants to find Sean, his Instagram was set up earlier. And is it _G_funk? Yeah, that is correct. G-Funk's finished. Cancel. When did G-Funk finish? It says that G-Funk's still going. Did he just raid out?
For me?
No. Well, let's raid Dusha because he raided me last time. I should return the favor. Inkmo just went live. Wait, no, we'll just go raid Inkmo. Is Inkmo on? Like, is Inkmo actually on, or is it?
That's that pretty fast.
I'm going to be calling it now anyway, gang.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry I'm just devoid now, but this has been a great experience and can't wait to do it again.
Well, we'll absolutely do it again soon.
Love it.
We'll get you back in. We'll get you an actual camera, and it'll be amazing.
Yes, that'll be my next step.
Well, thanks, Jolie. Thanks, Senny, for all your hard work tonight. You were incredible.
Yes.
Did incredible as our chief mod, and thank you also, DB, for the help.
Hell yeah.
It was nice to have a sort of an earlier stream as well. We're gonna go. Let's do it.
Love all of yous. Have a great weekend.
Love all of yous.
Catch you,
You
boy.
did, Senny. Well done.
Have some salad.
Since the invention of salad, women have been eating bowls and plates